Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you all for the likes, the comments, and the shares, and of course the subscription. I appreciate it so much, and it keeps me going and it helps the channel to grow. We are reaching more people and we are helping more people. Trust me, this channel is intended to be a resource center for those of you who plan to travel, not just to Kuwait or in the Middle East, but all over the world, because we're coming with more content that will reach broader spectrum. All right, that being said, today I want to discuss the processes involved in work visa in Kuwait. All right, for I've had some of you send me emails, and some of you, of course, asking what is the process involved in Kuwait work visa. Now, the thing is, some of you, your agents are processing it for you, and you want to know how long does it take for these visas to come out. I don't want to delve into your agreement or your contract with your agent, but I'm just going to talk generally how the process works from the employer and from your own part in your own home country. So if you're watching this video from Nigeria, if you're watching from Ghana, from Sierra Leone, for any of the African countries, then I don't know if this is much applicable to all the places, but it could be the same thing. So you could also verify that. So let's start with the things you need to have. First, you need to have a valid passport, all right? And this passport has to have up to 6 months, at least up to 6 months validity. However, it's advisable you have passport that's up to a year or 2 years validity. All right, so that you don't start struggling on how to renew your passport from Kuwait or maybe Canada. Anyway, anytime you're traveling, it's advisable that you have a passport that is at least 2 years validity or a year validity. But officially, up to 6 months is a go. All right. Now um, you have to have a job offer, of course. So you have to have it's a Kuwaiti sponsor who is an employer who is employing you. All right, you have to have that. So he will be the one that will send you an offer that would initiate every other process. So when your visa is out, let's leave the process of what they do in Kuwait. But once your visa is out, they will send that to you. Now, when you get that a couple of visa, you are required to travel to Abuja. You go to Abuja. I think Kuwaiti embassy is in Maitama. I think so, in Abuja, that you go to the embassy and show them the visa, which they will show you. Like, yeah, for those of you who agent is processing your visa, that's what the agent will send to you. And when the agent sends that to you, you take it to Kuwaiti embassies and show it to them. They will verify from their system if your visa is valid. So once they see your name in their system, that means it's valid. They will now they will send you to their medicals to go and do medicals. They have currently, I don't know about currently, but as at last year, last 2 years, they had about three places that they do medicals in Abuja. All right, so you will go to those places, do your registration, book appointment, then go do for the test. If you fail the test, you will not be entering Kuwait. Yeah, it will test you for HIV. It will test you for hepatitis, I think B and C or AB. I don't know, but yeah, one of them. And tests for those of you who is going to be driving. I think they will do eye test for you. In a couple of tests that they are going to do for you, when you pass them, you will proceed to embassy again with those things. Then this is an advice for any of you, even if you're coming for a job that does not require your certificate. If you do have any certification in Nigeria, please do take it along with you and go to Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, yeah, let them stamp or notarize your certificate is important. If you have it, so that when you have a better opportunities in Kuwait, you can always migrate and upgrade your job. Do you understand? So some people came into Kuwait and were like, I have this certificate or I have this. I'm a graduate, but they didn't come with a certificate, and there is nothing they can do. Even if they want to use the certificate, they had to notarize it in Nigeria. All right, I did some for some people when I came to, as I was coming to Nigeria. So the guy, about two of them, sent me their certificate. I sent it to Abuja. I was able to notarize it for them. So you can do all of that before traveling. Then for medicals, prior to your medication, some people fail liver tests, and sometimes if you're on medication, or if you're preparing to go for the medical test, please try not to be on medication. Try not to be on medication. Try to drink lots of water. Try to drink lots of water. It will help to flush, any impurities in your bloodstream or something. Yeah. But hydrate yourself a lot. Like if you're going in a week time or in 2 days, or in fact, just once you know your visa is out, start drinking drink lots of water. Um, Check there are some kind of food that you still have to avoid. I'm saying this because a lot of people go and then they fail their test and then they keep coming over. When I went to do my test the second time, and after the test, they said there was the liver something something something. I was fine. I did my tests in another lab before going, but somehow it seemed like those lab who are doing those things, they have to find a way. I don't know if they're making money out of it or something, but they'll just might just delay you. You fail one, you fail this. I think I did like 2 or 3 times before it passed. All right. So I was drinking water, I drank a lot of water. I did intermittent fasting just to keep my liver clean. And that time I was having malaria, so I took lots of. I think I took malaria drug. Maybe that was part of the things I reflected. I don't know, but I'm just saying. So there are some precautions you need to take. And if you've done your test and you're seeing this video and you failed the first time, please just take a lot of water. It will help. Except if it's for serious case of maybe like you have HIV, then that's that. Then when you after you have done this, then you take your results back to Kuwaiti embassy. They will process it. I think it takes like 2 or 3 days. Then they will stamp it for you, stamp your visa, and give it back to you. You can book your flights and travel. All right. I will talk about flights, best way to get a cheap flight, and best airlines to use if you want to travel to Kuwait. And for booking also, I have a company in Nigeria that I know that they can also help you in processing your booking. If you want them to help you process your air tickets, they can help you do that, process your flight and everything. All right. So yeah, when you get to Kuwait now, you will also need to do another medical test. All right. When you do medical test in Kuwait, after that you go and do fingerprint, and then do another registration for your residency for your civil ID. All right. So I think the fingerprint and all those are the processes involved in your residency and work permit and what's it called, civil ID. Without those, you cannot work in Kuwait. So you need to have them. For those of you who are going to drive, you need to have a valid driver license, I think so. And when you come to Kuwait, you have to do driving tests to driving class. So you need to, if you're not an expert in driving, please practice some parking, some road signs, traffic gates, and all those stuff, because you're going to, do a test. And if you fail the test, you will pay and redo again. And maybe if you fail a couple of times, they might send you back. So you just have to take caution of all those things. So I'm just rushing. So these are the processes involved in the work visa for Kuwait. Like I said, They send you, your employer sends you your letter from Kuwait. You take it to Kuwait embassy in Abuja in Nigeria. They give you some days, you go and do medicals. Once you pass your medicals, take those things back to embassy. They will endorse it, stamp your passport. Yeah, you're good to go. You book your flight, get back to Kuwait. When you get back to Kuwait, you go to do another medicals to confirm that your everything is okay, and then you go do fingerprint and cap biometrics for your residency and civil ID. Once your civil ID is out, you're good to go. For those of you who will be into driving, then you do driving test also. Once you pass that, you're good to go and everything is quick and easy. So this is the process that it takes. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer that. See you guys when you come to Kuwait, and bye for now.